I want you, the listener. Yes, I want you, the listener, to press the like button, the subscribe button, but more importantly, comments. Comments that you liked or disliked the topic discussed. What would you like discussed? Because you, the listener, are who is important to me so that I can provide the value that you want and need.
Joel, we are talking about risk and probability of hazard. This sounds pretty heavy.
It can be, because we're going to relate it back to a topic that's in our recent past, COVID.
Oh, God.
Because COVID was a new hazard, a new pathogen that was being passed around back in 2020, and nobody had ever heard of it. And, you know, we have cold and flu season. It's more normalized in the sense of, hey, this is when it happens. But when you're dealing with a hazard or a germ, bacteria, virus that's out there that can cause illness and or death, I've started to develop a system to be able to notify my client. How urgent is it for them to know about this hazard that's out there? So if we go to COVID, when it first came and it was being talked about in the United States, it first originated in China. So, okay, boom, DEFCON 5, here's this new virus. And it's somewhere globally. Is that a concern for us? No, but maybe we should kind of look at it, particularly if it's something new. Then it was on U.S. soil, DEFCON 4. We're in New York State. It shows up in Washington State, so it's in the United States. Then it moves to DEFCON 3. Hey, now it's in our state. It's in New York. But when it first came to New York State, it was in New York City. Well, then it came to DEFCON 2. It's in our county. And then number 1, it's in your town or city. Oh, it's in Rochester. Oh, it's in where my office is located, Gates, New York. Well, I have clients all around Monroe County. So when it's in the county, which town is it in? It might be that it goes from 2 to 1 really quick if a client is in the particular town that it showed up in. So it might have gone from 3 to 1. But alerting clients to let them know the severity of something, and then also researching what it is and letting them know, you know, it's cold and flu season. And now we have that in Rochester, New York. And boy, there's a high concentration in Greece, and your office is in Greece, New York. So maybe we need to take some extra precautions.
So what would those extra precautions be for your clients? We're talking to the cleaning company owner, perhaps the manager. What should they be looking to do or be aware of, even just in cold and flu season?
That's a great idea, because most cleaning companies will use a broad-based disinfectant, which is great for killing lots of germs and lots of viruses on a broad-based level. When you're talking about a different type of virus, and again, because it was so talked about, let's go back to COVID, they said, oh, you need N-list items. And you go to the EPA website and you look up the N-list disinfectants, and you find out what you can use. And there might have been some liquids, and there might have been some claws and things like that. And then you can research it. So you have to have the right type of disinfectants for what you're fighting. And each virus out there has a very unique structure and a very unique disinfectant that will take care of it. Okay. So there's K-list, L-list, M-list, N-list. So there's all different lists out there with different disinfectants for different types of germs and bacteria and viruses.
Joel, is understanding what's on those various lists part of your training program?
The certified training programs I teach are very broad-based. So we touch on disinfection on a broad-based daily basis. During times of COVID, I was called to different organizations in different parts of the United States to come in and specifically train about COVID. So yes, refocus the training on COVID and how to go about dealing with it and looking at the different chemicals that were available and how to use them, because we all know that during COVID, supply chains were broken.
And once again, the frontline cleaner, 99% of the time, needs that broad-based training.
Correct.
For the type of cleaning they're going to be using. But during that very specific need, during the pandemic, you came in and focused specifically on what those needs were then.
Correct. And there's sometimes we'll see listeria outbreaks. Well, there's a different way to handle listeria. And we had H1N1 outbreaks, even here right in Rochester, New York. And I had clients that we had to go in to focus in on H1N1 because they had outbreaks on a college campus. Every time there's something that comes up, There's going to be specified training. And then that's when that frontline staff member needs to know, okay, this is how we normally do it. But for this instance, this is how we now have to do it. And this is the areas that we have to focus on.
Okay. Now that section is really for the staff and the frontline cleaners.
Yes.
As we pivot toward your consulting clients,
Yes.
not just the training clients, but the consulting clients, who are more often the company owners.
And that's why a system like this works well. So that when something happens and you start telling your clients, these are the different levels, and hey, you have to get more serious about this now, but you better have that information to be able to forward to them, because there may be a deviation in the price that you're charging a client for this.
Oh, there's an excellent point. More work, maybe even higher price materials because.
Correct, because some things, again, going to COVID, there was all different types of contraptions that were out there that had to be purchased, in order to go in and treat COVID based on the information we had at the time.
For your consulting clients, they may already have all of that knowledge, but not have the understanding to handle certain HR needs. That's their specific training.
Right.
In this case, they may have all the HR training in the world, but not understand what this 5x5 matrix is really all about and how it can impact their operations, their operational costs, and dealing with their team. So you can laser focus that in for them.
Correct.
Owner, did you hear that? That answer was correct. That means when you need very specific training, you need to contact Joel. Joel, thank you.
You're welcome.